What is going on, good people? Good evening. Good evening. Happy Thursday to you. What is happening? I'm back up. Let me see. Let me see if anybody's in the chat. How's everybody doing out there? Can you guys see me? Am I moving around? Am I looking good? Because my screen looks like it is frozen. What's going on? What's going on? Let me see. Looks good. Hide that. Yep. How we doing? Can everybody? I see you, Tom. Sean, am I frozen? Okay. But you guys can hear me though? I'm not sure what's going on. I'm not sure why it's frozen. All right, hold on. Let me see if I can get this fixed. Hold on. Technical difficulties. I don't know what's going on. Hold tight. Hold tight. Hold tight. Nope, still not working. All right. Let's try to do this again. Frozen, but you can hear me? All right. What's going on, good people? Maybe we might have to go no video. I don't know. Not sure how I can restart this. Let me try one more thing. Hold on. Chiquita, I am frozen. All right, let's try this. Don't go nowhere. Stay on the channel. I'm gonna try to come back. Get out and come back in. I don't want to. If I end the stream, huh? Okay. Let's see. Nope, that didn't help any. Oh well, looks like we might be going audio only. Not sure what's going on. Not sure what is happening, but as long as you can hear me, I guess that's all that matters. Nothing ruins good video faster than bad audio. So as long as we got the audio, we cooking with grease, man. We'll keep it moving. Hey, Sarah. I see you. What's going on, Chris? I see your mom. I see you, Sean. I see you, Chiquita. Let me see who we got. Flybirds Fly 20. He's number one. Sean Young, you number two. My mom is number three. Facebook users number four, and another Facebook user, Sean, and that will be Tom and Chiquita. We got five out the limo, even though you can't see me. So I appreciate you anyways. And as usual, if you were first out the limo, you are out the limo by FanUp Radio. It's brought to you by FanUp. FanUp is the best way to enjoy fantasy sports. Daily NFL contests and more. Win great prizes. Sign up today. Use promo code A2D for a 5,000 point bonus, a $50 value. FanUp.app. So, what is going on? Good people, good people. Other than this goofy system acting ignorant. But that's all right. We got to work around for this. We'll do this. Let me see. Hide the current comments. There we go. Yeah, Tom, we got a lot to talk about, bro. We gonna just let Howie cook right now. The NFL is a gift that keeps on giving, and this has been this week, this last couple days. I'm not sure if I can remember if there was this much just uproar over a player, over one player. I mean, we've had there's always been like, are we gonna sign this person, that person? But I don't know if I can ever remember where it was just this much um attention given to re-signing a player. Slay was definitely good, was one of our best. In my opinion, the play slipped off a little the latter half of the season. And it was him, Bradberry, CJGJ, Blankenship. They held it together. I mean, we basically held it together until the Super Bowl. And the Super Bowl, if we could have got at least one stop, we win that game. But we had the one costly turnover. You take that one turnover away, it might be a different ball game. But woulda, coulda, shoulda don't do nothing but rhyme. Y'all know how that goes. So right now, Howie is mixing and cooking and making it happen. Nobody expected us to get Fletcher Cox back. I thought Fletcher Cox was going to go get paid for his last contract, and he could have got paid because Fletcher Cox was definitely productive last year, and there were a lot of teams that wanted him. And so we've got Bradberry, Slay, and Fletcher Cox. We've got 3 elite veterans, and they all came back at basically a hometown discount, right? Basically, they came back for a hometown discount. Now, to me, you do not leave money on the table in a BS situation. You don't do that. So what that's telling me is that these guys are all in with Jalen Hurts. If you don't like the man that's flying your ship or steering your ship, if you not seeing him, if you ain't feeling him, you're not going to pass up that money. Especially if you know as a veteran player, this is most likely going to be your last big contract. This is your last payday. And you would willingly give that up, give away $4 to $6 million or more so you can stay in the city and play with Jalen Hurts. That's saying something huge on Jalen Hurts. Props to him. Props to him for doing it the right way, not getting bogged down, knowing how to tune out the noise, because Philadelphia can turn up some noise on you if you're not their popular pick. Ask Donovan. Philly can turn the noise up for you. So props to Jalen Hurts for tuning out the noise, being about his business, and putting it down on the field. There are a lot of people, and you guys know how it goes in this city. There's a lot of talk to go around. A lot of people talk a lot of smack. There's a lot of people that really know what they're talking about, and there's a lot of people that don't. And sometimes, especially in this city, the people that don't know what they talk about, sometimes they get the loudest voice. And you can't, it's not like it was back in the day. It's not like it was where we would go in the locker room, we would read something that was in the Inquirer, and Coach Tight come in the locker room and just ignore that crap. Don't give, don't pay it no mind. You could do that back then. Now you can't do that. The social media onslaught is on level playing field with national media, with conventional media. And a lot of cases, the social media aspect of it moves faster and can get the information to you quicker than the mainstream media. I remember watching TV and they were laughing at Twitter and Facebook and all of that kind of stuff. laughing that they would say it would never be like a mainstream source of media. Now you can't watch a news channel that doesn't have a active text crawl, Facebook crawl, or Twitter or whatever. And yesterday, everything that went on, everything was like, what did he say on Twitter? Doesn't look like he's gonna get re-signed. You know, all of the messages was going out on Twitter. Going forward, March 15th should be known as Slay Day, because it was all about Darius Slay yesterday. Big play Slay. At one point, I think it was around, because I remember I went out to get something to eat on my lunch, and Slay had put out that announcement about let's see where it heads or something like that. Looks like it's not going to be here. Whatever the tweet was, that basically he was letting you know that he wasn't going to re-sign with the Eagles. So everybody was like, okay, is he making the push to get Gardner Johnson? What's going on? And then later, Bradberry hit, and then Slay comes back, and it's like, where is this coming from? And then Cox re-signs, and it's like, okay, they're getting the band back together. So I'm still very interested to see what they do with Chauncey Gardner-Johnson. I definitely want Gardner-Johnson back on this team. Slay is still playing at a high level. Bradberry's still playing at a high level. It is my opinion that in spite of the Super Bowl, I still think that they gave up a lot of opportunities because the scheme that we're playing. I think I'm hoping that Sean Desai is going to give them the opportunity to play more aggressive, more hands-on, more press coverage, more opportunities to do that. Put your hands on the receiver, knock them off their route, mess up the timing. I think we'll be a better secondary for that. Not go crazy with it, but at least give us the opportunity to be more hands-on and aggressive. I think that would benefit us. And even let's just say right now, let's just say that we don't get Gardner Johnson, right? We got Slay, we got Bradberry, we got Blankenship, we got Avonte Maddox. That means we got one hole to fill. One hole to fill. Yeah. Maurice, you dead on, man. Dead on. Lito was tight. Sheldon was tight. They could definitely do that. Maurice, you lead me into this question. I wanted to get this to a little bit later on, but since you're talking about this, let's hit it. What do you guys think is going to happen with our number 10 pick? Which way does Howie go? I know everybody's looking at Witherspoon. Is Witherspoon going to be available at number 10? He's got a good chance to be. It's either Witherspoon or Gonzalez or Joey Porter Jr. Or does he trade the pick? If he can trade the pick, move down later in the first round, and add another pick, I think he'll do that. But I think that depends on whether or not we can sign Gardner Johnson or not. If we sign Gardner Johnson, I think he trades that pick. Either trades down or trades it for 2 or 3 picks, second round and below. And I'd be good with that. But my first choice obviously would be Witherspoon, and a lot of people like Gonzalez more than Witherspoon. I think it's 1 and 1A. DJ Turner, I got to look him up. I remember seeing him at the combine, but I got to watch the tape on him, see what he did. So we got We got moves to make and choices to make, man. A lot of stuff still going on. A lot of stuff still going on. A lot of time to go too. Right? So Marcus Epps went to the Raiders. I like Marcus Epps. My only issue with Marcus Epps was he was a smart, physical player, but he, in my opinion, he dropped his head too much. And he missed some tackles. He missed some tackles because he dropped his head. But he wasn't afraid to come up, lay the wood on some people. So I was hoping they would keep him, but he got paid his money. So this is what's going to happen when you got a Super Bowl defense. They're going to pull the pieces away. So, but hopefully Howie can, fill those gaps. But I think Blankenship played better than expected. And that's going to help his mental game a lot, because now when he goes out there next year, he knows he's a starter. He knows he's the guy, and he'll play even better. He'll play even better. So all my people on Facebook, make sure you give the channel permission to use your name, because all I see you as is a Facebook user. I can't see your name. So just keep that in mind going forward. You got to give Facebook permission to use your name on the stream. So, but anyways, yeah. Epps gonna miss him, but I think Reed Blankenship has proved that he can play the position. Kyzir White is going down to Arizona to play with Kyler. So it's interesting that we get Hassan Reddick and Kyzir White comes from San Diego, and now he's going to Arizona. That's a good sign. Y'all know I was a Kyzir White fan. I was happy when we first signed him. And he balled out. He got exposed a little bit, especially in coverage. I can't say they didn't use him right, but it was kind of that. It's kind of a situation where you're trying to. He wasn't doing what was best suited for his skills. What's up, Chuck? He wasn't doing what was best suited for his skills, but he still played well in the defense. So I was a big fan of Kyzir White. He was a baller in San Diego. He balled for us, and there's no reason to see why he won't be a baller in Arizona. So go get your paper, bro. TJ Edwards going to Chicago. Yep. QE, what's going on? You have a feeling in 37 minutes CJ will be signed? I hope you are correct, my friend. I hope you are correct. So I don't know where you're getting that information from. Did you see something? Was something scrolling on the news? Did something, you hear something from Shefty? I don't know. No word on money yet. For Slay. Yo, Tom. I didn't hear anything on Slay's money. I didn't hear anything. Miles Sanders going to Carolina. I didn't hear anything about his money. Like they're keeping a lot of these contracts under wraps, where normally they don't do that. Normally they don't do that. I don't know. I just think it's kind of weird. So, do you think the Eagles should focus on the weak side linebacker? Yeah, because you know what? I'm not familiar with any other of our backup linebackers other than Nakobe Dean. Other than Nakobe Dean. And Nakobe Dean, I'm writing him in as a starter now. He got 4 years, 25? What was his signing bonus, Swift? What was his signing bonus, Jake? I wonder what his signing bonus was, because he had to get a lot up front. Because, this is his payday. He was Pro Bowler, 1,000-yard rusher. I thought he would have got a little bit more than that, but the market is crashing on running backs, man. My spot is just, y'all disrespecting us. You got to be a hybrid You got to be a Debo type dude. Yeah. Yeah. I was just thinking, they do them deals like that. He had to get a nice little signing bonus. You know, I'm hoping he got like 7-8 million to sign, get the big money up front because that might be it for him. It's a shame, man. Y'all know I keep beating this horse because it is my opinion that Miles Sanders should have led the league in rushing. If we would have used him correctly, he would have led the league in rushing, in my opinion. If you take the difference between him and King Henry, divided by the difference in the number of carries, Miles' yards per carry was better. So just mathematically, if he would have had the same amount of carries as Henry, he would have had more yards, way more yards. And that's the kind of stuff, me as a former running back, that's the kind of stuff that's just, that drives me nuts. That drives me nuts. If we would have used Miles Sanders correctly, number one, Jalen Hurts never would have got hurt. It's easy to say now, but, well, let me say it like this. That injury probably doesn't happen if we use Miles Sanders correctly. That injury in Chicago does not happen. So, but I hope he got his payday. No bonus? I'm going to have to look that up, man. Definitely going to have to look that up. 18 million guaranteed? Okay. That sounds a little bit more like it. 18 million guaranteed. So 13 mil guaranteed for Miles. Nice. That's a nice little payday for him. Good for him. 18. So you got 4 years for like what? 1.25 a year. Good on him. Get your paper, bro. Slay's on a 2-year deal. Yep. Whatever Slay gonna do. This is gonna be his last roundup. And let's not forget. Let's not forget with the whole situation with Slay, right? This whole situation with Slay. Think about during the year. How many interceptions did he drop last season? I want to say he had to have dropped 5 or 6 picks last year. And all I'm saying is if he catches 3 of those, he's on the same level as CJ Gardner-Johnson. And if that is the case, this whole scenario doesn't happen. No way it happens. We would still be wanting CJ because he's younger, but it was if he catches 3 more picks, he's tied for the league lead in interceptions. So this whole scenario just looks totally different just from the plays that he let go. So I don't think his play has diminished that much because, again, he makes 2 or 3 of those plays and you're looking at him in a totally different light. Plus, he's a cover guy. He's not a physical guy. He's not going to come up and hit you like Blankenship or Gardner-Johnson or even Avonte Maddox for that matter. So, we got a Niners fan in here. Let me see. Yo, Hall of Game. Listen, I didn't want Hargrave to go either, but Hargrave was balling, and you knew the defensive line and quarterbacks are getting the top money right now. Defensive line and quarterbacks. And Hargrave was balling. So I knew he was going to get that money. Did I think he was going to get 84 million? No. But again, get your paper, bro. And he's with a good team. I'm very interested to see Hall of J game. What are you thinking about your new defensive coordinator? Because the brainchild of that team, I don't care what anybody say, the brainchild of that team is now in Houston. Because DeMeco Ryans had your boys right. That defense was tight. So Hargrave is a good one. Y'all got a baller, man. Make no mistake. Y'all got a baller. Let him loose. Just not when y'all play us. So yeah, Darius, I see you. Back to that Chicago game. I keep bringing that up so many times. Yeah, I don't understand why Hurts carried the ball 22 times in 17-degree weather. That was just, I wanted to smack both of them, Steichen and Sirianni. That didn't make no sense to me. None. Still mad about that. Because that is a game where we should have been running the ball all day long. Should have just kept on pounding them. Slay is Jalen Mills, but a little bit better. I'm not going to argue with that. Bradberry, yeah, no, Bradberry got paid. Bradberry's $38 million, 2 for 20. Yeah, Sean, I'm with you. But I like Bradberry, man. Bradberry, to me, Bradberry is I wouldn't be surprised if they make Bradberry a captain next year. He's a quiet dude, don't talk much smack, gets in there and does his job. My thing is if you're in the Eagles secondary, or if you're in the secondary period, and people don't talk about you, they only going to talk about you for two reasons. Because you're getting burnt or you're getting picks. If you're somewhere in the middle, that means you're kind of doing your job. Nobody getting over on you. And Bradberry was solid all year. And for some reason, I don't know if it's just me, but even last year in camp, Bradberry and Slay, it did not look to me like neither one of them dudes had lost a step. I just didn't see it. I'm sure they have. They've slowed down a little bit, but I don't think they've lost a step. So, and like I said earlier, Slay Day. Yesterday was Slay Day, March 15th. That was crazy. That was a lot of fun too, because people going back and forth. Like, I ain't really seen a player like this like play with emotions like this, because like the social media community, the Philly fans were invested. They were invested. So good for him. He has made the most of his opportunity here. He has embraced the city. I know everything. His wife has become like super popular because she's smart enough to understand what this culture is. If anybody, got anything to say about the city, that's your representative is Jennifer Slay, because she's doing it right. She's going to the tailgate parties, talking to people. I saw the one thing she did during the season. She was at the tailgate, and the dude, I don't know who this dude is that makes the pizzas. Sean probably knows who he is. He always makes the pizzas, and he does the whatever that is, powdered sugar or whatever it is. He dusts it, and they do the like the artwork on the pizza, on the tomato pies. So, but she's getting into the culture, going to the tailgates, getting to meet the people and all that kind of stuff. She did it right, as opposed to the stuff that was going on with Fred Warner's wife. Like, totally opposites. Understanding the people and coming in with a West Coast attitude that just don't work. Take you and your energy back to the West Coast. But we got Slay Day. That was fun yesterday. I ain't gonna lie. So now here's the big question mark, man. CJGJ, what is going to happen with this dude? I like his attitude. I like his aggressiveness. And man, y'all can't tell me, because listen, I am a Pacheco fan. Like Pacheco, that dude runs hard. Emphasis on the D. Hard. CJ came up and lowered the boom on him. I thought he was going to fumble the ball, but he put a hole in his chest. I've taken a hit like that before. Not fun. Not fun at all. So I like his aggressiveness. and his physical toughness, not afraid to come up and make a hit, and can cover, and can take the ball away. So he's the big question mark. I want to get him back. Man, let's put this band back together, bro. Let's put this band back together. We can do it. 3 year, $42 million for Slay? I thought it was 2 years. Well, we'll look it up. Whatever. I mean, at the end of the day, whatever it is what it is now. If you got 3 for 42, God bless you, bro. Cash that check. I am not mad at you, not even a little bit. Not even a little bit. The Rashad Penny, I didn't feel one way or the other about that. I think he's a good back. He's been hurt a lot, but I think me and Chuck were talking about this on Twitter yesterday. The way the Eagles have been using running backs, he gonna have a pitch count anyways. If a running back gets 15 carries, Gainwell's gonna get 8. Rashad Penny's gonna get like 7. So they're gonna split it up. Okay, so that's Sean, that's official. The veteran cornerback agreed to a 3-year, $42 million contract extension with the Eagles that will keep him in Philadelphia through the 2025 season. Okay, so he's gonna retire an Eagle. So that's cool. Did he get what was his signing bonus? What's the guaranteed signing bonus and what's the real contract? Because that's what's important. Because the real contract is going to determine, that's the meat of it, because that gives Howie a little bit more to work with. So very interesting. I'm happy. I want everybody to get their money. I want everybody to get their money. When you give a Pro Bowl effort, you deserve Pro Bowl money, plain and simple. And that's what we got all across our defense. Deal includes $23 million fully guaranteed. Okay. So he'll probably get 10 this year, 13 next year, somehow, maybe switched, or maybe they'll pull that out, spread that out over the 3 years. I don't know. But we'll see. Penny's gonna get used like we use LeGarrette Blount. Possibly. And I'm not mad at that. But it all depends on, because let me be honest with you, I didn't realize Rashad Penny was that big. Did not. But it all depends on what Brian Johnson's gonna do. That's the big X factor, man. It's like, I don't know, is he gonna bring back a screen game? Don, what's good, bro? Is he gonna bring back a screen game? The Eagles need a screen game. So, is he gonna run the running backs? Is he gonna keep Jalen Hurts in gun 90% of the time? Are we gonna do any traditional play action pass? Because play action pass still works. Look at how Dallas used it against us. Look at how Kansas City used it against us. It works. It helps the running back. It helps the offensive line. It helps the quarterbacks. It definitely helps the wide receivers. So it all depends. And I'm like, don't get it twisted. You can run RPOs from under center. Just looks a little different. So I don't know what they're going to do. Under center, pistol, who knows? Who knows? I saw that everybody was shouting this out early, that Minshew went to the Colts. That's a smart move for him, because it looks like they're going to draft a quarterback. So Minshew is going to do with the Colts this year what Doug Peterson did when we drafted Donovan McNabb. We got when Andy Reid came from Green Bay, he signed Doug Peterson. Doug Peterson was horrible as a starter. He was hot garbage, but he knew the offense. So Doug Peterson let Andy Reid let Doug Peterson start for a year and a half, got him paid, and then his job was to teach Donovan the offense, and that's exactly what he did. Doug Peterson was an average quarterback at best, but he knew that offense. So Gardner Minshew is going to do the same thing with whoever the Colts decide they want to pick up. So that's a good place to be for him because he got kind of exposed here. You know, all of that talk that we were a system and Jalen Hurts was a system quarterback and anybody could run the system and you could put I could line up and throw a touchdown in that system and system this and system that. And it was like, shut up. You saw what happens when the man that was running the system was not in the system. Problems, major problems. So, but anyways, that's a good sign for him. Good sign for, he can do, he can camp out at the local gym in Indy. Maybe you'll see him on the Pat McAfee show. And McAfee gonna have a love fest with him. You know what? I haven't heard from anything about Quez Watkins. So I think Quez Watkins has run his course. Quez Watkins had an opportunity to solidify himself on this squad, and he could not do it. He could not make the big plays when it mattered. 3 times he had chances to make big plays during the year, and he failed. He put the ball on the ground, dropped the ball, and then, of course, in the Super Bowl, the ball hits him in the hands. Big players make big plays in big games. If you can't do it, you're not a big-time player. It's that simple. Why is Jalen Hurts considered a big-time quarterback now, an elite-level quarterback now? You know why? Because he made plays in the biggest game. He kept making plays. He made a mistake, then he kept making plays. He threw a dart right on the money to Quez Watkins, and he couldn't come up with it. Left his feet, didn't have to. Yeah. So we'll see. Who's the UCLA quarterback? Is that who Dorian Thompson-Robinson is? Quarterback to get even Max Duggan. I haven't been, paying attention. The only person I'm paying attention to is CJ Stroud and Bryce Young. Who's going to get who? CJ Stroud is got the measurables, but to me, it's not even a question. Bryce Young is the number 1 quarterback. If anybody drafts that kid Richardson out of Florida, watch the tape on him. Richardson was a freak at the combine. You watch the tape, the games that they played, yeah, he's a project. He's a project. Unless you're going to RPO him to death. Because he needs to, he had some duds last year for Florida. So did that kid out of Kentucky. They had a couple duds, but we'll see what happens. All it takes is the right coach, man. All it takes is the right coach. So, Brian Daly, what's going on, man? You see what happened to me, Brian? I got no video. I don't know what happened. So it's all audio today, bro. They doing me dirty, man. Doing me dirty. Bradberry. Bradberry's solid. We already talked about him. Get this man a little bit more time. Milton Williams is going to be a beast next year. Milton Williams and Nakobe Dean. Here's what I'm saying about Dean. These two right here. In my next year, I'm calling this right now. I'm calling this shot right now. Next year, we will be complaining next year because we're going to be like, why didn't Gannon play Nakobe Dean last year? I think that's how good Dean is going to be. He knows what he needs to know. I think I think it'll be a good. I think he'll be a good fit with what Sean Desai is going to do. Because I think it'll be interesting next year. As good as our defense was this past year, it's going to be interesting to see what reins are let loose and what these guys can do with a more aggressive style. Because I've been saying this a lot. I think Nakobe Dean is faster than people give him credit for. So I think Nakobe Dean is just going to be. I've seen enough of him. Nakobe Dean and Cam Jurgens. Those two dudes just add water. Them jokers are ready to go right now. So that whole situation with Kelsey, I wasn't worried about Kelsey in the least. I was like, if he comes back, great. If he retires, great. We got a stud just waiting to step in. So it's my guess that they might move Cam Jurgens to either left guard or right guard. I don't know. Because Sayamalu's out and Dillard's gone. So they might move him to one of those spots so he can get some clock. So what? CJGJ got an Eagles shirt on his Twitter profile now? Word? Let me see. Where we at? Pick up my phone. Do I have to explain this to you? I'm on Twitter on my phone, even though y'all can't see it. I'll talk my way through it. All right. I'm gonna hold you to it. So, like, what does that mean? He changed his profile? Did he change the picture or did he just Chauncey Gardner-Johnson? I don't see nothing. I don't know. That's 6 days ago. I see something. He was outside in slippers. So, whatever. We'll find out soon enough, one way or the other. We'll find out one way or the other. So, he changed his picture. I still can't see it. Let me see. Oh, is his profile? Hold on. The Super Bowl shot with the shades on and the drip. That don't mean nothing. We'll see. I believe it when I see it. Let me say it like that. I'm hoping they do it. I'll believe it when they see it. Same thing with Slay. I was the same way. You heard the rumors, you were seeing all the cryptic tweets on Twitter, and then, it was, then it wasn't, then it was. So I'm just excited. It seems like where's that picture at? Hold on. Oh, big man in the middle. Let us not forget. So now we got okay. Before I get too far. So Hargrave's gone. But we got Brandon Graham, Fletcher Cox, Jordan Davis, Milt Williams, Hassan Reddick. So that 5 right there, I can live with that. I heard somebody say on Tuesday, why not bring back Linval Joseph? I wouldn't have a problem with that. Would not have a problem with that. Well, nobody knows what you have in Davis yet. And then I guess my thing is like it all depends on how they use them. It all depends on how we use them. Are they going to game plan him? Yes. Do I think he needs to lose some weight? Yes. I think he should be at like 340. He's already at 360. If he drops 20, 30 pounds, and that's, it sounds like that's not a lot. That's a lot. You try to lose 20 or 30 pounds. And it's not like, don't get it twisted. That boy ain't fat. That's just a big man right there. So would he be even better? Would he be even faster? Now, mind you, he was 360 and ran a 4.8. So if you drop 30 pounds, that puts you at 330. Between 330 and 340, that will put him down. I would guess he would be down in the 4.7s at his size. But just like when you watch the combine and you watch them 40 times, you looking for that split. Because the only thing he gonna do is he gonna sprint 10 to 15 yards because he's trying to get to the quarterback. So the big thing is what kind of stamina is he gonna have? Because, like everybody's been saying, when you that big, you become a liability. Because yes, he runs a 4.7 or 4.8 at his size, which is phenomenal. But you're not gonna do that every play. If you got a scrambling quarterback and he chases him down, does he have to come off the field? Does he have to get some oxygen? That's what we're dealing with. Look at what happened with your boy Carter down in Georgia when he took his test. And he had a bad workout, couldn't complete his position workouts. But I want to say I feel bad for that kid, but I can't say that yet because I don't know what the situation is. I'll tell you this, though. I know that boy is probably stressed out of his mind. That's why he probably didn't perform well. He got a whole bunch of other stuff that's going on right now that's a little more important. He's trying to get something set up for his family. If he gets drafted, his family is solid. But that does not stop the fact that, there's a good chance he might go to jail. So when I saw that story about him not performing very well at his pro day, the first thing I thought of was like, that kid is stressing out. That kid is stressing out. So, and guess what? He can have another pro day. He could have been sick or, say anything. Don't really mean nothing. Another guy everybody's forgetting, Avonte Maddox was balling until he hurt his toe. He's coming back. We're solid in the secondary. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson would be the cherry on top, but Slay, Bradberry, Blankenship, and Maddox, we're solid. We got to get somebody else because it can't be Josiah Scott. The Josiah Scott experience should be over. The kid he wasn't ready. Played a little bit better towards the end, but he wasn't ready. People were picking up on him and they were attacking him, and it wasn't a good thing. So, but yeah, I mean, Avonte Maddox is our secondary straight, our defensive line is straight. We need backup players right now. We need good backups so we can keep that rotation going. We had a hellacious rotation, man. So, and here's the one. My little thing is in the way, but that says destination. And the one thing I was talking about earlier today I was on Morning Coffee this morning. If you guys didn't know, Thursday morning at 7:30 a.m., I am on Morning Coffee with Joe Silva. And I just do a little half-hour sports segment, just talking Eagles and stuff like that. So definitely check me out, rvntelevision.com/live every Thursday at 7:30 a.m. But anyways, what we were talking about this morning was, and it is my opinion that this is a big part of this is because of Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts has made Philadelphia a destination team. Anytime you got Cox, Bradberry, Slay, Brandon Graham, Jason Kelsey, you get all of these people that probably could have gotten more money elsewhere. They elected to stay here. You don't leave money on the table if you're not feeling the dude that's running your ship. So we have become a destination for good players. They want to come here. And Ndamukong Suh wanted to come here. Linval Joseph wanted to come here. Robert Quinn was happy to get here. He didn't do much, but you had other options. And when you've got all of those options and you still come here, that's saying something about the organization you putting together. That's saying something about what Howie's doing and what Jeffrey Lurie has allowed him to do. Yeah, dude, bro. You preaching to the choir, bro. You preaching to the choir now. But yeah, we are a destination team now. Because everybody likes the city. We got the facilities. We close to New York. We got a good team. And I tell you what, man, if you do right in this city, you'll never buy another drink in your life. So, yeah, I saw that. Another one of his quotes. He getting like prime with all these quotes. I didn't walk through all that fire just to smell the smoke. I saw that. That was kind of dope. So, but yeah, man, we came a long way. We've come a long way. I remember we going back 93 when Jeffrey Lurie had just bought the team, and 93 going into the 94 season. And we was to see where the Eagles are now, like to see the stadium after having played in the vet and just the environment that existed back then. The Eagles were always number one in the city. Even when the Phillies won the World Series, Eagles are still number one in the city. Don't get it twisted. And now you got a team to back it up. And now you got a team to back it up with a chip. And now you got a team to back it up with a chip and an elite level quarterback. We've come a long way. I'm proud of that because I remember, walking into the vet and the stuff that we had to deal with, BS locker room and the facilities and stuff like that. I appreciate the super sticker, bro. Appreciate you. But just the where we've come from as an organization and what Jeffrey Lurie did, even going through we've taken our lumps going through the Chip Kelly phase. So very similar. Look at Doug down in Jacksonville. They taking their lumps. They went through the that last goofy coach down there, Brett Urban Meyer. They took their lumps, and they came out on the other side. Now they got a top-notch quarterback. They got a top-notch coach, and we're in the same boat. Our path was a little bit different, but we're in the same boat. Because it's funny now. Look at where we are right now. Coach, players, GM, all of that kind of stuff. And just go back and relive when Nick Sirianni gave that when he gave his presser when he first got here. his first press conference, and then when he was talking about Flowers. You know what I mean? He was 0 for 2. But, a press conference don't make you a good coach. Coaching makes you a good coach. So, and he seems to be a player's coach where people gravitate to him, just like Reed was, just like Peterson was, and just like, obviously, Sirianni is. So that's the one thing that all the coaches here have in common. Players respond to good coaches and coaches that'll keep it real with you. Maurice, that's going to be a tall order, bro. That's going to be a tall order. But it is nice to be in that situation where that's the expectation. It's not a what if or I hope we can. The expectation is we should be in the playoffs. The expectation is we have the best quarterback in the NFC East. The expectation is there's no reason why the Eagles shouldn't make the playoffs for the next 2-3 years. That's the expectation. And that wasn't always the case. That wasn't always the case. So we're in a good spot. And I love being able to have this conversation. Because, you know, we used to catch hell for that. We used to catch hell for that. Now you can look at all them daggone Cowboy fans that used to give us smoke because we didn't have a ring, even though they hadn't won a ring in almost 40 years. But, you know, what could you say? You couldn't say nothing. Just be mad. I just got the notification on my NFL app on my phone about the Darius Slay stuff. So, Tom, what is it saying about CJ? He's gone where? Did he change his profile picture again? What you seeing? What is the news that is out? I don't see anything. I'm on the NFL app right now, but I don't see anything. I meant to talk about Zeke. Zeke got cut. Zeke still got some gas in the tank, man. Listen. Somebody will pick him up, somebody will scoop him up, or he'll be like Indomitian, and he'll chill out, stay in shape, and then halfway through the year, somebody will get hurt and somebody will scoop him up. You know, he still got some gas in the tank if you use him right. So, but I'm interested to see, Tom, why you say CJ is gone. Is that just your opinion, or did you see something in the news? So I don't know if you were here earlier, but there was some stuff going on earlier. So let me know. So we in a good spot. Definitely in a good spot. I don't see any reason why we shouldn't win the NFC East next year, barring anything catastrophic. So I'll tell you what, though, I don't want to see Lamar go to Washington. I don't want to see that. So that whole Lamar Jackson scenario is very odd to me. Get an agent, get your money, and get on the field. That's what it comes down to. So, let's see what's else. Oh, here we go. Oh, Tom, that's just your opinion. Okay. Yo, Chris, I'm with you. Slay got paid, bro. Yeah, Slay got paid. I ain't mad at him. I would have stayed in Philly too. 2-year, $42 million extension through 2025. So that means $42 million, $23 million guaranteed at signing. So we got a $23 million signing bonus. Woo! That's a whole lot of hamburgers, bro. He gonna have one of them nice studio apartments down on South Street. Oh my God. Oh, he got paid. Get your paper, bro. Hey, that's a career. That's a seal right there. He can cap it right there. He gonna play to play out his contract, and he gonna be done. So, but here's my lineup chart right now. Obviously, the question marks are in yellow. If you see anything that I've missed, call it out in the chat. Obviously, Hurts is going to be starting at QB. Gainwell's the running back. Kelsey's back at center. Jurgens is going to be the left or right guard. I'm not sure. I stuck him in at left. Then you got Mailata. You got Lane Johnson, Dallas Goedert, A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith. Who is our slot receiver? Who do we get at slot? Now, I think we can go second and third round and get a speedster and possibly sign another free agent. We can get that. Just don't make sure you don't get another Jalen Reagor. But there's plenty of speed in the combine. So if y'all got any ideas for slot receiver, put them in the chat. Nah, Quez is. I don't want Quez. Quez, he's okay. He didn't have his shot. If you keep Quez, you got to bring somebody in and challenge him. You got to bring somebody in to challenge him. And I'm not talking about just bringing bodies. Like, bring somebody in. Like, We want you to challenge him to be the number one slot receiver. It's either going to be him or you. That's the type of person you got to bring in. So I don't know if it's going to be a rookie or you get a vet. So, yo, Robert, thank you. I forgot about Landon Dickerson. I sure did. I forgot him. So I guess you could plug him in at right guard, move some people around. Okay, so that takes him away. So that leaves offensive outside linebacker in the slot receiver. So I sure did. I forgot Landon Dickerson. My bad. Xavier Smith out of Florida A&M. I can see that. Pick 30 to Denver. For Jerry. That's interesting, Robert. That's interesting. It all depends on what we do with 10. Because what happens if we trade 10 and we get, let's say, 26 or 25, get an earlier pick than 30 and another pick. So it all depends on how he's going to do with 10. So, hey, I like Jurgens at right guard. Jurgens can go. Jurgens is one of those dudes. He can play anywhere. Jurgens is ready now. There's not too many. You're not going to find too many offensive linemen, rookies, that just beast on everybody. Jurgens was ready to start last year. If something happened to Kelsey, Jurgens would have picked up the slack, in my opinion. From what I've seen on him, that's a grown man right there. He's ready to go. So I don't care what they play him. He's ready to go. So I'm happy with that situation. Very happy with that situation. One thing I had to laugh about, the bracket. I did not play a bracket this year. And I am so glad I didn't, because everybody's pissing and moaning. I don't know who lost today. Somebody had somebody in the Final Four that lost. That a good high seed that lost. So I haven't watched any game. I have not watched not one college basketball game all year. I've been so invested with the Eagles. I have not watched not one game. What is my thoughts on Rashad Penny? Rashad Penny is a good back. I said this earlier. You probably didn't hear, but the way we play running backs, let me see. I brought his stats up. The way we play running backs, he'll be all right. He played 5 games last year. He got hurt. He played 10 games in 21. He only played 3 games in 20. He played 10 games in 2019, and he played 14 games in 2018. So he has yet to have a complete season. So we are going to have to use him sparingly. From and beat Virginia? Oh, okay. We're going to have to use him sparingly. He can run the ball. He's a good back. He just got to stay healthy. But we said the same thing about Miles Sanders. And you see what happens when you get a back behind our offensive line, behind a group of guys that know what the hell they're doing. So, yeah. Hey, Sean, I saw that feed. Luther was going nuts. Lou was going nuts. I got to call him. I got to try to get him on the show next week. So, but Rashad Penny, I mean, he's a good back. He's a big guy. And he can do some damage for us. We just got to put him in the right position. He got to stay healthy. And I think he will up here, especially playing on the grass, not playing on turf. So that's a benefit for him. So we should be pretty good. I hope he should be good. It'll be definitely change the pace between him and Gainwell, because he's a little bit bigger than Miles was, so not quite as fast. But yeah, he's a good back. It's all about staying healthy. So, I mean, we say that every year about every person. So, Draft Josh Downs, slot receiver, punt returner. Listen, I am very interested to see what Devin Allen is going to do. You can't just throw away that speed. I don't think he's a slot receiver. So I'm just interested in if somebody can kind of match that. And by the way, did y'all see Tyreek Hill in that 60-yard dash? And he ran as an open runner, and they were in Kentucky. I think I've ran in that meet before. I think I ran in that track meet my senior year. It wasn't called the same thing. I just know it was in Kentucky. It was at University of Louisville. It was an indoor meet. I ran a 60. My blocks slipped, and I still got fourth place. My blocks hadn't slipped, I probably would have won it. So, but props to the cheetah for putting himself out there like that. Yeah, he torched it, man. So, but Josh Downs is slot receiver and punt returner. Okay. Emmanuel Wilson, Fort Valley State, 235-11. Ooh, okay. He's a bowling ball. Do I think Gainwell's going to get more touches? Yes, he has to. He has to. Unless Gainwell just completely regresses in camp next year, he has to. He has to. Joel, I don't know what we're going to do with the CJ situation. We checking our phones every 5 minutes, bro. So we can get CJ back. We got the money to do it, depending on what he wants. As long as he ain't trying to break the bank. But he's that good. So he's that good. Would he demand, or would he, if he goes somewhere else, is he going to get Hargrave type money? I doubt it. I just doubt it. I don't think that position can get that type of money. He's not a he's not a game-changing safety. He's good. He ain't that good. So he's not like, Deion Sanders type, Darrelle Revis type good, Eric Allen type good. He's good, but he's not quite there yet. So I haven't heard anything. Hopefully we can get him back. Allen can't play the Quez role. Yeah, but I still want to see it. Yeah, but no, I agree with you that Allen is not a slot receiver. He's an outside receiver all the way. Could I see Bobby Wagner and Mac? I just saw Miles Jack got released. Huh. I can see that. We definitely need a good outside linebacker. So now see, that's the thing. Are they going to try to play Nakobe Dean in the middle as a Mike backer? I mean, he played at Georgia, so he was the captain of the defense. So, keep him where he's comfortable. So we got a lot of choices to make, man. A lot of things happening. Oh, okay, yeah. First year safety, he played it well though. Played it well. It all depends on what the market is getting. I think the longer it takes for us to sign him, that goes in our favor because the price is going to drop. And he got to play somewhere. So this is the waiting game where I think it benefits us unless somebody comes out the blue and just offers him a ton of money. What is this? Something just came down. This is on the Eagles website. They're talking about Slay 2 on the official Eagles app. So, but yeah, the longer CJ holds out, I think it's unless like we're battling with another team trying to outprice each other, that could be. But the longer it goes, the lower that price is gonna get. Yeah, Chris, we already said that, so we already knew that Minshew's going. He's going back to going with Shane Steichen, so that's a good move for him. Minshew going back to Indy. I thought Nakobe Dean should have been Kyzir was struggling, and I couldn't tell if it was him struggling or what they were asking him to do, because they asked him to cover a lot. So Slay got 42 million. So CJ Gardner-Johnson is trying to get more than that. If they got this, they need linebackers. Yes, they do need linebackers. Let's see if they'll go get linebackers. I'm with you. I'm with you. So we'll see what's going to happen, man. We will see what's going to happen. But I've gone a little bit long tonight. And listen, I must say, man, this audio only thing was kind of good because I don't know. Maybe just not worrying about video keeps you focused. I don't know. We had a good group. The chat was on fire tonight. Good conversation. Had a lot of good topics to hit. I mean, it keeps on moving. Keeps on moving. So I'm going to get up on out of here. Give me something to eat. And hopefully by this weekend, we will have heard something about CJ Gardner-Johnson. And hopefully he will be in the midnight green. We shall see. In the meantime, you can catch me every Thursday at the same bat time on A2D Radio. Tom Arnone and the boys are putting it down. If you ain't got nothing to do later on, check out my boy Chuck on Birds of a Feather. They usually get started around 10:30. I think it's 10:30. So I'll be checking Chuck out. You can check me out on my YouTube channel, Pro Fan Talk. I'll be there as well with some daily videos about the birds and goings on around the league. You can check me out there. And yeah, man, great show tonight, man. Nothing can stop us. No video, we keeps it moving. But all right, I'm out. Thank you for joining me. Everybody that joined in for the first time, I hope to see you again. And next time you show up, tell your friends about me. Bring somebody. All right. Hope to see you in the chat. Hope to see you on my Facebook group. And let's stay in touch and keep this moving. I'm out. Peace.